Hi, I'm Tim from FormaCars. I'm here with Willie. He's got a Rossion. I've heard a lot about these, seen these online. Hopefully you can tell us all about it.
I'll tell you a little bit about it. They started being built in 2009. Actually, the Rossion bought the rights to Noble in 2006 when Noble was trying to build the M600. At that point, they rebodied the car. It's basically a Noble chassis with an American body, with American ergonomics, instead of the radio being in the glove compartment and those kind of crazy things.
Right.
They started building them. I bought this in 2010. Since then, I've been doing things to it. There's only 90 of them built in the world at this point. Car's a little heavy. It's 2,350 pound curb weight.
It's still pretty light.
Yeah. Comes up. They come with a twin turbo V6. They're making about. They claim 450 crank. They're making about 350 wheel. We usually tune them up to about 400, 425. Nice car with a turbo.
That's
just wasn't happy.
Plenty of torque and power.
Yeah. Just not real happy. I'm not a turbo car. I'm not a turbo guy. I know you've got turbos, but you got grunt too. Where this thing couldn't get out of its own way until the turbos came on.
Yeah.
At that point, I decided that's not good enough. So there was a lot of little issues with the car. You couldn't read the gauges at night, so we went ahead and changed the gauges out to a different brand of gauges. I'm not allowed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the gauge brand.
It's up to you.
Yep. They're speed head gauges. They work great. The brakes were a little weak, so we went to 13.5-inch floating rotors in the front, 13 and 3/8 in the rear. They're the same thing as on the C7 Corvette. They're still the factory 4-piston calipers, forged line wheels, custom made, because it has its own.
Sure.
Nothing on this car is off of anything else.
Got its own offset and wheel.
Well, not just the offset, even the bolt pattern. Well, the bolt pattern is BMW, but the hub size is completely different.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 on 120. What else did I do to this car? The parts don't come off of anything else. It's all its own car. Everybody says, what is it, a kit car? Kind of, only legally. Everything is its own. I always ask the question, if it's a kit car, I really want to know where it came from, because usually the original car is faster than the kit is.
Right.
So, and this thing there's nothing else that does that. Radiators are all in front. Everyone wants to know what's in the trunk and the front radiators. That's all we have in the front.
Can we open up and
Sure.
look at it?
Yep. It's not very pretty right now. There's a lot of modification going on. Show you one of the major ones later. So just.
Well, that's pretty sweet.
Yep. There's a panel missing there, and you know.
Brake ducts on it.
Oh yeah, it's got brake ducts. It's got the grill was an upgrade to it because they just had the metal mesh, and that was all. That's all 3D printed on an HP printer.
Very nice.
Yep. Pretty cool stuff. It's really tough, really strong.
So is it roomy inside?
Pretty roomy. Yep. I'm not a little guy, and it's not too bad to get in. I do have to take the hat off, but it's really not too terrible getting in. It's a little bit of a contortion trick, but once you're in, it's actually very comfortable. You know, you got Bluetooth, GPS, Bluetooth phone, everything's right there. It will have paddle shifters again one of these days. It is a 6-speed, but it's going to be paddle shifted. Everything else you can think of.
Very nice.
Stereo isn't amazing.
The interior looks pretty nice.
Yep. And that's how it comes from factory. You buy them as is. You don't buy them as a bunch of parts showing up at your house.
Right. So you said it comes with a V6 twin turbo.
Right.
You put an LS V8 in it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get a load of that.
Yep. One of them locked. A couple of them locked. So we went to a little bit more power, a little bit more torque. You know, there's no replacement for displacement.
Absolutely.
So we went from a 3-liter twin turbo, I was making about 505 to with about making till about 4,500 RPMs. I only had about 120 foot-pounds of torque. Now I've got still making about 515 at the wheels, but now I've got torque instantaneously.
Right, you got it all the way through.
I'm making 380 foot-pounds of torque at like 2,500 RPM now.
It fits in there nice. I was a little skeptical about seeing a V8 in there.
It's tight. It took a lot of tricks, a lot of engineering, a lot of, you know, it wasn't a backyard mechanic shop. It was actually engineered, all flowed, designed.
You'd made mention about paddle shift. You can paddle. The transmission's capable of being paddle shifted.
Yep. We've got servos that go under and gets paddle shifted.
Oh, nice. So I've seen that it's got an F40 on it.
Right.
So that's the transaxle you got?
That's a transaxle. It's a GM transaxle. Some people will notice that it says that the block's a 5.3 liter block because it's an LS4 block.
Yeah.
Out of Impala SS, transverse mounted, but it's been bored. It's been sleeved and bored to 4 1/8. Yeah, 4 1/8. It's got a 4-inch stroke.
So I'm curious, what's this big box back here?
That's air.
It's an air box?
It's an air box.
Nice.
Got to let it breathe. So
plenty of volume of air.
The
Where's
intake. The intake's right here. Comes through there,
so
around to there.
One on each side.
One on each side. There's
Nice.
also these. These used to be the intakes, but that was too small. That little 2-inch line went to big 3-inch.
It's almost kind of like a rammer. Huh?
Right. Well, it is now because originally the design on the front end made the air buffer out, and we did some redesigning on the front to make it work. So.
Yeah, 315s on the back.
315s in the back, 230,
245s
245s on the front. Yep. Yep,
nice
245. Got to keep it sticky.
That's right.
Plants the power really well.
It's a beautiful car.
Yep. Thank you. I'm gonna have fun with it.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah. And hopefully they'll be being built again.
So are they still in business?
They kind of are, but you can't buy any cars from them right now. The Chinese bought them and made a mess out of them.
I understand.
So the last rumor I heard is they've been sold, and there's a new owner that's going to start building them again. But we'll see.
All right.
Well, maybe SC Forma starts building them.
Never can tell.
Yep.
Well, thanks for showing off your car to us.
Thank you. Nice to see you.